and this is a super simple donut recipe. Well, with this recipe, we're just gonna throw sourdough starter, buttermilk, egg yolks, and sugar into the mixer, get them mixed up. Then we're just gonna add our flour, butter, and salt and let it mix up. So I just want you guys to see how good this works. Okay, so the recipe calls for, I'm gonna try and remember this, 100 grams of sourdough starter and 180 grams of buttermilk.
Thank you so much for watching my videos. Please hit the subscribe and bell buttons.
3 egg yolks.
3 egg yolks, okay. So we're gonna get some egg yolks in there. Okay, so here's the perfect way to get just the yolk out of an egg. So we break our egg, we crack it like this, and then we slowly open it. And if we just let the white fall out and we flip that yolk back and forth between our shells, right, like this, then we lose our egg whites. One more. And if you don't have to fight it, eventually it just kind of peels off itself and off it goes.
40 grams of sugar.
Sugar. Okay, so we're going to put the sugar in with this too. Okay, so here we go. You have to see how good this thing works. Let me just get it set up so you can see into it. Ready? Watch how good this works. Literally, this is going to be the easiest recipe I have ever made. Let's turn it up a little. Check it out. This thing is sturdy. I hope you guys can see, and I'm going to show you. So this is a full batch of donuts, and look how much room I have in the bowl. The dough hook barely hits the bottom. Like, now I can see why you need that dough extender. This thing, I feel like I could easily mix 5 batches of donuts in here, and this is what makes it good for sourdough. There's 60 grams of butter. So this is just kind of like room temperature soft butter. So I'm just gonna scrape that in there. And then there's 400 grams of flour. So let's scoop out 400 grams of flour. Get our scale back to 0. I love that this bowl is perfectly round and sits on my scale easy. That's a really good touch. It means I don't have to measure everything in measuring cups.
I need 5 grams of salt too.
And 5 grams of salt. Here we come.
Oh, but we used unsalted butter. I wonder if we should do a bit more.
No, I never do. I never do. In fact, I think a lot of baking recipes assume you're using unsalted butter. So now, here's the thing. It's a sourdough recipe that is a standard dough, right? It's no different than bread or cinnamon rolls or anything else. It's donuts, right? So what's going to happen with this dough is we're going to let it rise until it's not doubled, about 50% risen. Then we're going to roll it out, and we're going to cut the donuts, and then we're going to sit those on a tray with parchment paper and let them get puffy again, and then we're going to deep fry them. We've done some polls in the group. So we've posted in the group and said, hey, for those of you who have a KitchenAid or have a mixer and are using it for sourdough, what mixer are you using and why? And through those polls, that's how we came to learn that the Bosch is just so highly regarded. People like it so much. Okay, so that's how easy it is to take the dough hook out. There's nothing to unclip, right? You just pull it out, and so the dough extender comes off. My husband's planning to make one of these donuts very, very large, a giant donut. Yeah. And then we just get our dough out like this. And we're going to let this dough rise to about 50%.